Miller is in to bowl, and that's stroked through the offside for 4 runs by Eddie Byram. Nice shot. There's Patterson White bowls, and that's edge to slip, and Byram goes. Patterson White has the breakthrough straight away, and Glamorgan a 63 for 1.
Well, that presumably is why we were saying Prithvi Shaw, if they're going to have one slip, is in there, because that was a really good Broad then to bowl his first ball short, and Root looking to paddle it round the corner. Has he got bat on it? Yes, he has. Eluded the dive of Lewis McManus. Here's Broad in, bowls to Root, who tickles that round the corner again. It's a bit of a freebie from Justin Broad, to be honest. Root just has to get something on it. Here's Labuschagne driving beautifully through extra cover for 4. It was in the slot from Justin Broad, and Labuschagne with one of his trademark strokes. Hampshire. Here's Broad in, bowls, and a little flick from Labuschagne. It's gone wide of third slip, and it's run down to third man for 4. There is no third man in. Very important couple of matches. Here's Broad in again, bowls to Root. That's hit him low down, and he's LBW. He's given out by umpire Hassan Adnan, and that again, and we've said it a number of times this morning, didn't look to get up at all. That looked to keep low. And
as Broad bowls, Labuschagne drives through the covers. Nicely shot. Nicely played shot, and as Labuschagne takes on a short ball, hooks it away through the leg side. That'll be 4 more for the Australian star. See if we see him back at Cheltenham. As Labuschagne, well, gets a 4 over the slips. How deliberate that was. On his way again. Bowls, and Labuschagne drives through the covers for 4 more. Well, he's suffering, is the young all-rounder from Cape Town. Died away fairly quickly.
Patterson White in, short-ish, and that's pulled aggressively by Labuschagne, and that'll go all the way over the far boundary for 4 through mid-wicket. 123 for 2 in the 32nd over. Patterson White in. Fuller that time, and that's whipped round the corner fine. It'll go all the way for another 4. So good over this for Glamorgan. Second boundary
for Labuschagne, at least. He's on 46 not out, and whips that one away through the leg side, and he's found the boundary at mid-wicket, and that'll be a very useful half-century indeed for Marnus Labuschagne off just 64 balls.
Proctor in again, bowls to Carlson, who steers that cleverly between slip and backward point. Russell's chasing it down towards the boundary, but he won't catch up with it. There's no third man, and so it runs down for 4. Strong finish to the over.
To Kieran Carlson. And Carlson steps back and cuts and doesn't get all of it. He'll get 4 runs for it, down to third man, but that was rather streakier than Carlson intended. Russell bowls, over pitch, driven through the offside by Carlson. A square-ish drive through the covers. That one's pierced the field and raced away.
And he's bowling the first ball of the final over to Marnus Labuschagne, who smashes it straight back past him for 4. All along the floor, diving attempt by Keogh to try and stop that. Couldn't do so. Slipping a forward short leg as Keogh's in. Flights that one up, and Labuschagne has gone aerial. 1 bounce for 4. Over, long on.
Patterson White bowls, swept away for 4 runs by Labuschagne. A rare off-target delivery from the left-arm spinner, who was pretty tight in his morning spell. Patterson White bowls, back goes Labuschagne, makes room for himself, cracks it through the offside. There's a chase towards the boundary, and it goes for 4.
Miller in and bowls, and cut away by Labuschagne. What a beautiful shot. Just stood tall, used the pace of the ball, and just angled the bat, steered it down to where third man.
Patterson White in, bowls, down the pitch comes Labuschagne. He's timed that and placed it beautifully wide of mid-off, getting to the pitch of the ball and then just playing it a little bit wider than mid-off to find. Patterson White Bowles, and well, he's cut that one away. That may well go for 4 as well, but there was a lot going on in that delivery as the ball does now bobble over the ropes.
For now, here's Gus Miller bowling to Carlson, who cuts away for 4. Lovely shot from Carlson, getting on top of the bounce and cutting it away down through backward point.
As that is slashed away by Carlson outside off stump, given room to work in and took full advantage, smashed away through backward point. As Broad starts a new over.
Oh, between...
where's that one ended up? I lost...
Between wicket and first slip.
Shot away off the edge. I lost track of the ball there. Edge from Carlson in that direction from time to time. As he steps back and gets runs here. He'll get 4 of them to bring up his 50, will Kieran Carlson, as that crosses the boundary at backward point. Fine leg, third man aback. As there's an appeal for leg before, and it's given!
Gosh.
As Labuschagne looked to turn on the leg side, he'd almost finished his run by the time Sue Redfern's finger went up.
Charging in now. That's a good length ball, and that's guided down past second slip. It'll go all the way for 4. There was moans and gasps from some of the Northants fielders. Coming in is Weatherall Bowles. That's out, he's gone. North East flirted with it outside the off stump, and it caught by Lewis McManus. We've seen a few of those during the course of the afternoon.
Carlson on strike, and that's driven beautifully through extra cover. It was a little bit of a floaty half volley from Justin Broad, and it's been driven out to the very furthest point of the ground, and it's still gone away for 4.
In he comes, Bowles, and that's pulled aggressively by Cook round the corner through backward square, and it's 4 all the way.
Here's Patterson White, still a slip and a forward short leg, and paddled around the corner by Kieran Carlson. It's going to run down to the boundary at the River Taff end.
Proctor keeping things very tight. Less than 2 runs and over, and he's got a wicket as Carlson goes for the drive, nicks it through to the keeper. McManus, a comfortable catch. Carlson didn't bother to wait for the umpire's decision, and he's on his way for 71. As Van der Hoogten drives firmly, bowler got a hand to it, but it may still go to the boundary for 4. It does. I think Broad got fingertips to it anyway.
Just outside the line. It's cut by Chris Cook, and that's a glorious shot through the covers for 4. Too much width from Keogh. The last ball of Rob Keogh's over past the umpire, Bowles, and Van der Hoogten goes for a big blow through mid-wicket, and that's gone all the way for 4. So
in and Bowles to Van der Hoogten. That's on leg stump. It's clipped away down to fine leg, and it's 4 runs. That was not Gus Miller's best. Here comes Miller. In and Bowles, punched away nicely by Chris Cook out through the extra cover region. It's going to run all the way for 4, despite the best efforts of the fielder out there who gave chase, Justin Broad.
Proctor bowls. Van der Hoogten gets a streaky 4 down to third man. He certainly was aiming elsewhere. I think straightish. Proctor bowls, and has he got the edge? Yes, he has. Van der Hoogten has gone for 41, 335 for 6. A second bowling point.
Captain Proctor coming in, and he squares. He's bowling straight through the gate of Podmore.
As the last ball of the over goes down to Chris Cook, he's had a swat at a short ball. Has that gone all the way? It has gone all the way. It's just confirmation sought by Sue Redfern. Has a look over at Hassan Adnan, and he confirmed.
2 balls to go in Rafi Weatherall's over, and that's caught at first slip. So Chris Cook falls. It's been a valiant innings from Glamorgan's wicketkeeper
Chris Cook, who's just been dismissed for 58, and Tim Van der Hoogten 41 in the evening session, as James Harris hooks a 6 off the top edge. Glamorgan with a useful lead in this match, 385 for 8.
And here's Russell in, bowls. An attempted little cut by Mason Crane. It was a little bit close to him, and it just rolled down to backward point. And that is the close of play on day 2